Today I am going to discuss about dimensional analysis. First of all, let us try to understand what are dimensions. The dimensions of a physical quantity are the powers to which the fundamental quantities are raised to represent that physical quantity. What are dimensions? Dimensions of a physical quantity are the powers to which the fundamental quantities are raised to represent that physical quantity. Then, what are dimensional equation? The equation which expresses a physical quantity in terms of fundamental unit of mass, length and time is called dimensional equation. And what is this homogeneity principle? According to this principle of homogeneity, physical equation will be dimensionally correct if the dimensions of the physical quantity left hand side is equal to the dimensions of the physical quantities right hand side. Fine. What are the fundamental quantities? In our previous class, we discussed about the fundamental quantities and the derived quantities. What are fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities are those basic quantities which are independent on any other quantities. For example, there are 7 fundamental quantities: length, mass, time, electric current, thermodynamic temperature, luminous intensity, amount of substance. Apart from these 7 fundamental quantities, there are 2 more fundamental quantities. They are known as the plane angles and the solid angle. Fine. What is the dimensional formula of length? L. The dimensional formula of mass? M. The dimensional formula of time? T. The dimensional formula of electric current is A. A is the unit of the current, that is ampere. And the dimensional formula of temperature is Kelvin, K. Its symbol is K. The dimensional formula of luminous intensity is candela. Its symbol is CD. And the dimensional formula of amount of substance is mole, MOL. Okay, now let us try to understand the dimensional formula of derived quantities. Area, its dimensional formula is m raised to 0, l raised to 2, t raised to 0. How? Usually, dimensions are expressed in terms of length, mass, time, because most of the derived quantities are depending on length, mass, time. Now let us try to derive the dimensional formula of area. Okay. How do we write area? Area is equal to length into length or length into breadth. For rectangle, it is length into breadth. Breadth is also measured in length. So we can write that length into length. Then how do we write this one? Length into length is L square. Area is not depending on mass and time. Therefore, I write that m raised to 0, L raised to 2 and T raised to 0. This is the dimensional formula of area. Area is equal to m raised to 0, L raised to 2, T raised to 0 is called dimensional expression, dimensional formula, dimensional equation. So we write that area is equal to m raised to 0, L raised to 2 and T raised to 0. Now let us come back to the definition of dimensions. Dimensions of a physical quantity are those powers to which the fundamental quantities are raised to represent this quantity. Okay, area is equal to m raised to 0. It means that area is not depending on mass. L raised to 2. It means that area depends on length into length. Area does not depend on time. Okay. Similarly, we can write the dimensional formula of any physical quantity. For example, density. While writing the dimensional formula of a physical quantity, we have to refer either its SI units or its definition. Okay, what is density? We know that density is equal to mass by volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. Mass, one time, I write m raised to 1. Volume, volume of a cube or volume of a cuboid depends on length. If you take cube, it will be L cube. If you take cuboid, it will be length into breadth into height. Height is also expressed in length. Breadth is also expressed in length. Therefore, we can write that L cube. Volume is L cube. If you take that L cube to the numerator, it becomes L raised to minus 3. Then the density of this density does not depend on time. Therefore, I can write that T raised to 0. This is the dimensional formula of a volume. M raised to 1, L raised to minus 3, T raised to 0. Similarly, we can write the dimensional formula of any physical quantity. Say for example, speed. How do we write the dimensional formula of speed? Speed is defined as distance divided by time taken. Distance divided by time taken. Distance is measured in meter. Time taken is measured in second. So we can write its SI unit, meter per second. Based on that also we can write the dimensional formula, meter per second. So distance divided by time. Distance is expressed in length, time is expressed in t. Therefore, its dimensional formula will be L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1 and M raised to 0. Or we can also write LMT, MLT or like that. M raised to 0, L raised to 1 and T raised to minus 1. So this will be the dimensional formula of speed. Now let us look into the dimensional formula of acceleration. how do we write the dimensional formula of acceleration? Acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time taken. Change in velocity divided by time taken. Change in velocity divided by time taken. Velocity. What is the dimensional formula of velocity? We know that the SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Meter is the SI unit of length and second is the SI unit of time. So we can write that the dimensional formula of velocity is L by T. L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1. And the dimensional formula of time is T. All together we can write this as L by T square. T into T becomes T square. So L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2 and M raised to 0. This is the dimensional formula of acceleration. Now let us look into the dimensional formula of gravitational constant. How do we write the dimensional formula of gravitational constant? This dimensional formula can also be expressed by the definition or by the formula also. As we know that, according to Newton, the gravitational force between any two objects is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to square the distance between them. And keeping one proportionality constant, say G. Here it is asked to write the dimensional formula of gravitational constant. How do we write? So we write that the gravitational constant is equal to F into R square divided by F into R square divided by M1 into M2. First let us try to write the dimensional formula of force. How do we write? We write that force is equal to mass into acceleration. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is M. Acceleration, just now we learned, acceleration is M raised to 0, L raised to 1 and T raised to minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of acceleration. This is the dimensional formula of mass. Together, it is the dimensional formula of force into the dimensional formula of distance square, L square, and the dimensional formula of mass is M, and the other mass is M. Now we can write in a systematic way. M raised to 1, M raised to 0, 1 plus 0 will be 1. So, M raised to 1, L raised to 1, L raised to 2, 2 plus 1 will be 3. So, L raised to 3. When bases are same, powers can be added. So, here T raised to minus 3. This entire thing is the dimensional formula of force into distance square. And what about the dimensional formula of mass square? That is M raised to 2. Now we can take this M raised to 2 to the numerator. It will become M raised to minus 2. Then minus 2 and plus 1 will become M raised to minus 1. And there are no L terms. L raised to 3 remains same. There are no T terms. T raised to minus 3 remains same. So this is the dimensional formula of gravitational constant. M raised to minus 1, L raised to 3 and T raised to minus 2 is the dimensional formula. So here this is minus 2 and this is plus 1, minus 2 plus 1 will become minus 1. When you take this to numerator, this plus 2 will become minus 2. Fine. Now coming to power, how do we write the dimensional formula of power? As we know that power is equal to work by time. We define in 9th class the rate of doing work is called power. Power equal to work by time. Then what is the dimensional formula of work and time? How do we write work? Work is nothing but force into displacement. Force into displacement divided by time. Just now we learned the dimensional formula of force. There is mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. The dimensional formula of acceleration is L raised to 1 and T raised to minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of force. What is the dimensional formula of displacement? That is L raised to 1. What is the dimensional formula of time? T raised to 1. Now all together, how do we write? Here, M raised to 1, L raised to 1 and L raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2, when you take this T raised to 1 to the numerator, that also will become T raised to minus 1. Minus 1 and this minus 2 will be minus 3. So T raised to minus 3. This is the dimensional formula of power. Similarly, we can write the dimensional formula of strain, frequency, work and surface tension. As we know that strain is nothing but change in length to the original length. Strain is defined as change in length of a wire and divided by the original length of the wire. When a load is attached to a wire, there will be slight change in the length. That change in length divided by original length gives us the strain that is occurred in the wire. So, the change in length is L raised to 1. Length is L raised to 1. So, this becomes L raised to 0. And M raised to 0, T raised to 0. It means that strain is a dimensionless quantity. It has no dimensions. So there are quantities which are not having dimensions. Now let us look into another quantity, that is frequency. How do we write frequency? We write that frequency is nothing but reciprocal of time period. Reciprocal of time period. So, this we can write that 1 by t is nothing but t raised to minus 1. Then L raised to 0, M raised to 0. Frequency is independent on length and mass. Therefore, the formula for the dimensional formula for frequency is this one. That's fine. Now let us derive the dimension formula of work. Fine. Just now I used this dimensional formula of work. Work is known as force into displacement. Force is known as mass into acceleration into displacement. Mass dimensional formula is m raised to 1. The dimensional formula of acceleration is L t raised to minus 2, and the dimensional formula of displacement is L. So m raised to 1, L raised to 2, and t raised to minus 2 is the dimensional formula of work. Now the last one is surface tension. How do we write the dimensional formula of surface tension? First of all, let us try to know the meaning of surface tension. On the free surface of water or any liquid surface, the force that is acting on every unit length, what we call it is surface tension. So force per unit length is known as surface tension. Or in other words, the minimum area occupied by the surface is also called surface tension. Surface tension is equal to force per unit length. As all of us learned that whenever we throw the water forms in the form of drops. The rain falls, the rainwater, the shape of the rainwater is a drop, the spherical nature. Why the rainwater? Why the water droplet is spherical in nature? Because of surface tension. And due to the property of surface tension, the free surface of the liquid try to occupy the minimum area. Fine. Force per unit length. What is the dimensional formula of force? Mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Divided by length. Its dimensional formula is L. Number has no dimensions. Therefore, the dimensional formula of surface tension is m raised to 1 and 1 this will be minus 1 and this will be plus 1. 1 minus 1 will be 0 and then t raised to minus 2. This is the dimension.